Missouri sunset for y'all. Motivation going. Who will be first? Who will be better than everybody else? I see we've got a thumb. Jane, look at you being first. Amy Rovich. Gypsy. What up? We are waiting on Pilgrim. He had to run to public. We might be doing a live on his shortly. Yeah, it is. It is very disappointing. All these females, and we just now have a male in here. So unbalanced, so uneven. What up, middle? Tell them, backwoods. America. Yeah, all the females in here leave and come back in 4 minutes when it's sufficiently a sausage party. What's up, y'all? What did you get accomplished today? I ran over to my buddy's house and got another load of scrap. I got all this stuff separated today. So, boom. Waiting on Pilgrim to go live. He had to run and get a pizza from Public. I'm sitting here falling asleep, so I figured I'd fucking just go ahead and go. Just because. Lots of no. Most of it's I'll say 70% of it is going to scrap. 29% is going to get burnt, and everything that I kept fits inside of one milk crate. We didn't have any rain today. It misted for a while, but no rain. It's pretty not bad. Look at backwoods being all fucking domesticated, making sandwich and folding laundry. You're gonna make somebody a good wife someday, backwoods. On this channel, we're doing this. Everybody's gonna be blue over here. That's how we're gonna do this shit. Well, most people. You get to be blue. You get to be blue. What up, Nana? Late as hell. I mean, this person doesn't deserve it, but you get to be blue. On this channel, we're going to make every regular blue. Who knows? It could be just because I'm bored and felt like pressing buttons. I might change it all back next live. But freedom. Sup? I got my ladies started. Yesterday, I put them in the dirt, so they're good to go. I got my light on a timer. I'm not going to set them out until at least May 1st. Halloweeny. So I did some Googling on the Google machine. May 1st in Missouri will be 13 hours and 48 minutes of sunlight, alleged sunlight. So I went ahead and set my timer for 13 and a half hours. That way I don't shock them whenever I go out there. Maria Panduro, are you retarded? I'm sorry, I just thought we were asking stupid questions today. America. It's plant season. You ain't got no heat in your basement? I gotta start digging the root cellar here. I was looking at that shit earlier. All kinds of digging in my future. Woohoo! But we do have a massive fucking burn pile going out there. So what's today? Well, I get my strike is clear, or you know what I mean. I can post again Friday. So Friday or Saturday, we will have us a welcome back bonfire live. Nice romantic trash fire. Got some sheet metal. So the wall, all right, the fence. Taking your guys' view away. Right, it's the dog pasture. It is extremely wobbly, but I got some sheet metal in this stuff that matches the same kind of sheet metal that I've got that's going to wrap the chicken coop and all that other shit. So sometime in this next week, I'm going to completely tear down that one fence between the greenhouse and the raised bed. We're going to completely redo it, and it's going to be sheet metal all the way across from the end of the greenhouse all the way down to the raised bed, and then all the way around the raised bed. It's going to be all 4 foot tall sheet metal. Once we get all that shit up, then we can paint it. I said them pallets are not going to last forever. My 5x5. Most of them are still good. I'll probably use them in projects and other shit, but Lucci, I close the door. Well, I guess I can leave the door open. I don't want to, but well. How's that? Am I better? Am I 5x5? Are we good to go? Yeah, I figure the that metal it would just make better decision to just go ahead and fucking put that up and get it over with. That way, all that shit's solid, and I know it's gonna last for a couple more years without any kind of fucking too much maintenance. And once we get it up, we'll paint everything the same color as the house. So now I've got enough metal to do all that. It's just a matter of fucking nailing it and cutting off the excess. Got some blueberries today.
So
I got blueberries painted in the 30-gallon bucket. I got a fig tree. So I got it sitting in a 5-gallon bucket right now until it gets a little bit bigger. So, boom, orchard's gonna get fucking going this year. God damn it! And here next month, I'm probably gonna go ahead and grab two apple trees. Get this shit fucking going.
hell. Yeah, that Amy had asked about the Christy Nome, and it was from what I seen. Apparently, she had made some video or commercial or some shit, like her riding a horse and all that. And man, it cost like millions of dollars to make this video. And then they asked her about it when they had her in there in the oversight committee in Congress. They was questioning her and they asked her about it, and she's all like, Trump knew about the video, which he didn't, and it pissed him off. So he fired her, yeah, but he moved her to another position.
What did she do?
She made a video or a commercial or something for Homeland Security, and it cost some millions of dollars or whatever.
Oh. So he was just mad because he was spending stupid money.
Well, yeah, she spent stupid money, and then she lied about it. They had her up there and said, "Does Trump know about this? Does President Trump know about it?" And she's all like, "Yeah, he knows about it," and which he didn't, and it pissed him off. So
crazy.
I don't know if it's a promotion or a demotion or a side move or what. I mean, it would seem like it would be a demotion, kind of. Yeah. From the Secretary of Homeland Security versus Special Envoy to something or another.
I think most of repeal the 19th. Y'all know how we do it over here, but I think most of the chicks that Trump hired, it's kind of one of those deals. They all eventually want to they want to be celebrities more than they want to be politicians. So they get up there and try to look all cute and get fucking subscribers on their fucking, social media. Like, you're a politician, bitch. Do your fucking job,
Well, yeah, and I think that Trump was trying to put some women in place to, because, he didn't want to look like, because you know how the Democrats are, they bitch about every fucking thing. And so I think it was just kind of one of them deals. But I mean, some of them women are decently qualified, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I think she did a good job in some points, but yeah, she
The
did
ones
spend
that
a lot
stay
of
away
time.
from the TV cameras seem to be the most
Yes,
qualified. Yeah.
yeah, she tried to look good too much, So he's appointing Mark Wayne Mullen. He's from a senator from Oklahoma, and he's a bulldog, man. He don't play. There's a video of Mark Wayne while he was in one of the hearing committees or whatever, and he said, I guess some guy some person they had in there, a civilian, and Mark Wayne said, he read a post. He goes, "So you posted this and said something about I'll meet you anytime, anywhere, whatever." Mark Wayne was like, "What about now?" And that dude was like, "All right, we can do it now." Mark Wayne stood up and shit and started
Oh,
towards the
that guy?
dude. Yeah,
That's the guy they put in charge? Fuck yeah.
yeah, hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Fuck with that dude.
The only thing I don't like about it is that takes away that senator spot. On the Republican side, who's more of a
Very
MAGA.
good. In
Huh?
Oklahoma, the chances of him getting replaced by somebody like him are extremely high. So
Yeah, yeah. I think Oklahoma was actually the only state in the union that every single county went red for
yeah,
for,
I
for
think
Trump.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll probably get done. Um, get replaced by somebody good. I don't know. I think I think it's state by state. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know Oklahoma's position on it or whatever. If it's just the governor appoints or they have to have a special election or whatever. I hadn't really looked into that. I mean, because it's just kind of all happened today, and I was I was busy doing my duties as a good husband. Doing dishes and laundry and stuff while my wife was working. You know,
Boom, you get a wrench. All the regulars are getting wrenches in this channel today. It may not
so
last.
Yankee.
It makes it easier for me to see who I'm talking to. That way, if I see a gray name, I can be like, oh, it's a retard. I don't have to pay that much attention.
Right. So yeah, I think I mean it's a good switch.
Yeah, I like that
Like
switch. That's one of those kind of things where, like, damn, he probably should have been the guy to begin with.
now let's
But
do
like
bonding next.
Metal said, you figure, see, this is why the fucking libtards whoop our ass in every goddamn thing. This bitch wasted $1 million, and we're supposed to be the fiscally conservative fucking party. Why couldn't you just get
Right.
some fucking MAGA nut writer from YouTube or fucking Instagram to do a collaboration? You know what I mean? And get the shit done for fucking free.
Right.
Get the fucking people involved.
Yeah. What's up, Camo? Yeah. Now we just need to do bonding next.
Yeah. Everybody but Hillbilly gets a wrench. Feel free to abuse your power on him as you see fit. I'm just saying.
Damn. Man, y'all don't be slapping Hillbilly around now. Y'all leave him alone.
Yeah, if we could get rid of Bondi, I think
Yeah.
everything bounces me off.
fucking Yankee already done jumped on him.
Well, Yankee is a managing moderator. Hillbilly is blue, but Yankee's a managing moderator. So he's a wrench for the wrenches.
Wow.
Respect his authority. Pretty sure that's
Yeah.
called
So
discrimination. What's called discrimination? I forgot what the topic was even about. Can you please clarify? Because I legitimately have no idea.
I don't know. Who?
Oh, picking on
who
Hillbilly?
so yeah, I guess that's what it is. I don't know.
Okay.
The
I'm okay with it. I think it was a good trade. I seen a meme, but you can't fucking believe anything you see on the goddamn interwebs. So it was just a meme. It's like President Trump fired. It looked like a fake news headline kind of deal. It's like
right.
President Trump fired Christy Nome. Do you agree with this? And I was like, I don't fucking know. Did she get fired?
Yeah.
That's all I heard of it until just now. But yeah, it
Yeah.
makes
She.
sense. I would fucking I would audit that bitch and make her fucking pay that shit back. She makes a
Well.
$500,000 a year.
Yeah. I mean, there was no sense in all that shit, man. Uh, there's some pretty cool little shit they put out, them little quick videos, on X or YouTube or whatever, talking shit or whatever, and them are fine, but making some big fucking millions of dollar damn
That's
video,
still more Hollywood fucking production right there. That's
yeah,
unnecessary.
right. Shoot, give us a couple of $1 million to make some movies. We'd come up with some good shit.
When was this video supposed to have been made? Recently, or was it a while back?
I'm really not sure,
You figure
to
if
be
it's got
honest.
already, you figure it would have to have been a while back, right, for them to do the audit and everything, or would they move that
Well,
quick?
no, they were. She got called in to testify in front of Congress, to answer for things, and then they they asked her about it, and this was just a day or two ago. They asked her about it, and she was like, "Yeah, Trump knows all about it."
Uh, I mean, she could have thought that he did, but I mean, if we're doing fair across the board, she wasted $1 million of taxpayer money and she lied during a congressional hearing. So technically,
Right.
you know what I mean? Bitch got to go. I mean, if we're doing it fair across the board, regardless of how good she's doing in her job, isn't that the example that we're trying to show? You just wasted $1 million on maybe a 2-minute video, probably. Like, yeah, you don't deserve to be here. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, the YouTube blocks shit like a motherfucker. On this channel, they've been blocking like crazy shit. Somebody just
Yep.
said hello one time and they fucking blocked it.
Yeah, there's a lot of that shit goes on.
Maybe you guys are in top chat. Maybe that's why. Because it
Could be.
knows that you CCs, you know what I mean? You can't handle your own words and they're just trying to protect you. So is that
Yeah.
the only
So,
thing new in the world? Christy Nome
well,
being switched over?
no, the gas prices deal. Just understand that it probably won't be up long. And the reason why I say is because first off, it's only because they've got the Strait of Hormuz blocked. Most of that oil goes to China. A lot of it does, and it only supplies about 20% of the oil. The world's oil. And so what Trump has done is he's got with his team or whatever and told them to fix it, to make sure the oil doesn't, go skyrocketing and gas prices go up way bad. And there's another thing that's people, I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, but apparently from what I've seen, and maybe what I saw was wrong, I don't know, but apparently Lloyd's of London carries the insurance on the Strait of Hormuz. So so they have backed out and said they wouldn't be insuring anybody going through there. Well, Trump stepped up and said that's okay, and he's getting America America something to insure these boats, so much so that we're going to start having some of our ships, our warships, to start escorting these tankers through there. And so basically,
well, if you think about the rule that was just passed here a couple months, the old school maritime law, where you could have fucking privateers and shit again, that all plays into what we were talking about, because now you can have private citizens, escorting these boats as security, and they can have all kinds of good firepower.
Well, it's kind of like this. I think that I think there was multiple aspects of what he's doing right now. Okay. So apparently, London, they've had kind of a stronghold over a lot of these things. Apparently, including Iran too. At least with this regime, they've had some kind of connection, and I'm not sure exactly how all it goes, but they had some kind of connections in this stuff, and he's basically pushing them out. He's pushing them out, pushing them away from the world stage. And also China has just recently, they have stopped exporting oil and all because they're trying to have reserves because they use so much. And then, they were getting most of their oil from Iran and some of it from Venezuela.
Yeah, they got no fucking oil coming in.
Yeah, and so now what he's doing, it looks like to me, is he's cutting off China, weakening their economy and weakening them. And also, and because, by the way, a bunch of that shit that their air defense and stuff like that in Iran was all China made shit. Yeah, so it was in Venezuela too. China and some Russian made shit, and we blew their shit all to pieces.
America.
And yeah, so the way it looks like to me, they're fucking, he's cutting off a lot of the big stuff. You know what I mean? He's cutting off the Lloyd's of London type shit, and he's cutting off, the oil to China and shit like that. And now,
I like what's going on so far. I know a lot of people are bitching about it. Princess Buttercup, what up?
What's up, Princess Buttercups? And Teresa, how you doing? But apparently Putin has just recently said also that maybe he needs to cut the oil supply off to Europe.
Hey, it's happening, y'all. Carl said a minute ago, the world is getting weirder. Hopefully it's at its summit. I don't think we're even near the top yet. We might be a little over halfway, but I don't think we're even near the fucking top of how stupid shit's gonna get.
Yeah, I figured there's going to be some more escalation, but it's really wild that if you think about it, man, how Trump striking Iran and Israel, I think it's funny that all these other countries around them, Turkey and all these others, they're fucking joining in. Qatar, all them. Turkey is a NATO member, by the way. But all these other Qatars and Alberjan, however you say that, over there, they got hit by Iran, and they're bringing shit up to the border. And you got all these Muslim nations over there that are like, shit, we're not playing this shit, man. You're striking us. And so apparently, that regime in Iran is I would figure they're probably going to go down.
Yeah. Allegedly, there's all kinds of videos coming out about a People's Liberation Army has formed, and they're just going fucking batshit crazy.
Well, the Kurds have stepped up, the Kurdish, and apparently the CIA and Mossad are working with the Kurds, and they've stepped up and said they'll go in and go full on battle with the rest of this Islamic regime over there.
Why does it feel like we've heard this story about 6 times before? All the same,
right? I can't say that shit. Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all don't make fun of me either.
Video.
But yeah, so there's a lot of shit going on. I think that's a lot further along, or it's a lot deeper than just bombing Iran to remove this regime. I think there's a whole lot more going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, Princess. So her son's building. He's a CNC machinist in Newport News shipyard, building nuclear subs and aircraft carriers. Hell yeah.
Good shit. America.
So yeah. And I've seen a lot of shit. A lot of these shit posters out there. That's what I always call them, shit posters. They fucking, well, MAGA, you need to step up and send your sons to war. And a bunch of them are saying, our sons are already in the military. Your son. I seen one. It said, our sons are already in the military. Your sons are still trying to figure out which bathroom to use.
Right. Pretty much.
I was like, fuck yeah. But it's still, I mean, like I said before, they're talking all that shit, and a lot of people are posting. It's like, they're in the military. They signed up. They know what they signed up for. I mean, you could go to war at any time, and and then all the people talking about, oh no, I hope you're ready for your kids to get drafted, and it's like, and when was the last time we've had a draft in this country?
50 years ago.
I mean, I doubt it's going to happen, but it's always a possibility.
Well, I mean, it happened in your lifetime.
I'm not that old. I'm only 38.
Shit.
I'm only 38. All my family has white hair, man.
You need to stay away from that fluoride water if you're fucking 38.
It's the goddamn women, man. See what they done to me? I'm only 38 and look.
Now, that is a believable excuse. Okay, you're 38. Logical excuse.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, no, but yeah, when it boils down to it, man, I believe there's a whole lot more going on with all this shit. It's some pretty, well, I say deep rabbit holes. There's some rabbit holes there that
We all know what it
when
is.
you
It's somebody said it a while ago. I can't. It was a man that said it. I know that because it was a smart comment, and it was. It's all about the banking system. The only people
oh
we're
yeah,
trying to beef with are people who don't want to. You know what I mean? As soon as we get that global banking system, we get that one world government. All that bullshit plays into that one world currency. All that stupid shit.
but yeah, I think it was pretty cool that we took and got some Iranian drones here a while back and took them back to America and rebuilt them, made them a little different and shit, and now we're using them to attack them with them.
I will say though, there was a deal on the news earlier as I was eating my dinner. Was it Indiana? I do Indiana or Pennsylvania. Either way, Indiana's doing a lot of big shit. Indiana is going to be a tech mecca in the next 10 years. But we got
And they're getting the
chip
bears.
factories coming in. So all those microchips that we've been relying to get from Taiwan and all that shit, those are getting ready to be made here in America. So that's going to be good shit.
They're getting the bears too.
Yeah. Yep. Chicago Bears said, "Fuck Chicago." What up? I don't
Yeah,
know what
because they tried to, well, in
RE1D3.
Chicago, because in Chicago they wanted that new stadium, and they basically said no or whatever, and they're turning around, and that's where the presidential library for Obama is. They
It's
spent,
fucking falling apart. Apparently,
yeah,
the concrete people got sued because they used shitty concrete. Now the whole fucking thing's crumbling and cracking all over the place. How old are you, RE1D3? 4 rules in this chat: don't be a sexual deviant, no racist shit, don't spam the chat, and be over 18.
they joined July 17th, 2021.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the sports ball, but you got to admit some things are an American institution. I mean, like the Bears, that is Chicago. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean, pissing on the history of Chicago. What do you mean? What do I mean? What year did you pop out of your mother? It's not a hard question. How old are you? It's like if the Yankees left New York, you'd be like, damn, that's fucking, you know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
like an institution, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah, and it's really sad that the Bears are leaving Chicago, man. I mean, that's kind of, it's kind of wild, and it sucks, man. Really, honestly, I've never been like a Bears fan, but I've never hated the Bears. You know what I mean?
It's just one of those things because, you know, America's pastime is football and baseball.
Right.
You know, they've already took over all the sports balls with foreigners and in the gay shit. How many actual monuments? You know, it's the same. They've been taking down statues and trying to erase American history. Same kind of thing. You know, erasing institutions. Check. You know, it's just, you know, it's weird. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It would
I mean,
suck to be
that's
the governor, to be the governor of Illinois, and that's going to be the thing you're remembered for forever. Like you're the governor that let the Bears leave Chicago.
yep. Yep.
You get more
That'll
respect if
be
you Embezzlement. RE1D3, are you a foreigner? You talk like a foreigner, and you're kind of creeping me out a little bit.
I know, right? But yeah, so yeah, that's sad that old Pritzker, that's all he's going to be remembered for is losing the Bears and then well just being a shitty fucking governor.
And possibly getting arrested by Trump. That could be something you get known for too.
Man, I'll tell you,
Way more fraud in Illinois than there is in fucking Minnesota.
yeah, I would like to see some arrest. I'm hopeful but not convinced. You know what I mean? I'm hopeful that some people will get fucking arrested and for all this fraud and shit, you know. And then by the way, while all them politicians and shit were screaming and voted overwhelmingly to release the Epstein files because, you know, we want to protect the victims and all this. Well, they just turned around and voted no on releasing the sexual harassment slush fund that Congress has. So they voted through. Yeah, it was 357 people voted no, Republican and Democrat voted no, and to not release the names on the sex fund thing. So now whenever any of them bastards got anything to fucking say about Epstein or anything else like that, just post on their shit, tell them shut the fuck up. Y'all help vote to hide y'all sexual deviance, but you want to talk shit about the Epstein stuff? Go pound sand.
Right.
I mean, dude,
it's an easy identifier if you're trying to figure out who the enemy is. Like I said, there's no uniform. People that look like me in backwoods voted for Kamala Harris. I mean, we see it all the time. You can't profile a mindset, but as soon as you hear somebody start talking about the Epstein list and Trump's on the Epstein list, you automatically know that's the enemy. You know what I mean? So it is good to know little talking points like that.
well, and that's the whole thing, man. Is you know, if people really gave a fuck about the victims, then you know, and putting these perpetrators out there to where I don't know, it don't seem like any of them's going to get fucking arrested, but you know, maybe there just might be that person that goes, you know what, I ain't putting up with this shit any longer. I'm not going to let this motherfucker walk around and then do some vigilante justice. And you know, there's by the way, so in the primaries, Lone Oak County in Arkansas, the sheriff there, so this dude in Lone Oak County, some dude fucked with his daughter, man, like sexually assaulted her or, raped her or whatever, and he went and fucking killed that dude, man. And because the sheriff that was there wouldn't do anything about it, and so he went and killed that old dude, and then he ran for sheriff in the primary, and he fucking won the primary. So he's
full blown walking story. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy that went and killed the dude for raping his daughter is going to be sheriff of the county now.
That's how that shit's supposed to work.
Yep, that's the way it should work. I'm obviously not in Lone Oak County, or I would have voted for the motherfucker. I'd have been like, "Yep, that's my guy right there." What? But that just goes to show, man. People are sick of this shit, man. People are sick of these motherfuckers out here fucking with our children, and nothing's being done about it. I guarantee you, anybody fuck with my child like that, and they're going to get the same fucking thing that dude did to that guy.
I would have no problem because I know I'd be a hero as soon as I walked through the door. They'd be like, "Oh shit, you're the guy that killed the toucher. Here, have some cakes, have some sodas." You know what I mean? Those people get celebrated. I would not be doing hard time at all.
Well, if more of that shit would start happening on a larger scale, because there's enough of that shit going on out there that if that started happening on a very large fucking scale, then the powers that be or whatever, the higher ups, the cops and the and these judges and shit, they would have to start doing something about it. You know what I mean? They would. I mean, these rogue ass judges, man, they let a guy out the other day. He had been arrested 30 fucking times, man. And they let this liberal fucking judge let him out. And the dude went, and there was some lady, 40-year-old mother, just sitting on the fucking bench or whatever, minding her business. Dude went up and fucking killed her, man. Now, my question is at what point do we start holding these fucking judges accountable? And maybe it's not going to get done legally, but maybe something gets done vigilante-wise.
Nuremberg style.
Because I mean, think about this, man. This shit is getting out of fucking hand, man. They're releasing these fuckers on the street as much as they can. They're just the dude that killed Ariana Zaretsky or whatever, that the chick that escaped from Ukraine, where out of a fucking bunker came to the United States, and then that dude got up and stabbed her in the fucking neck. That dude had been arrested 20, 30 fucking times, and they had just not too recently released that motherfucker. When are these judges going to start getting held accountable for that shit, man? If you're a bartender and you serve someone too many drinks, you can be held liable if they go and crash. You let them leave and they go crash and kill people. Well, why can't we do the same thing for these fucking judges, man?
Qualified immunity, man. We got to get rid of that fucking shit. I understand it to a certain extent, but police and the judicial system, county-wise, qualified immunity it needs to go. Because that good old boy, we all know how the good old boy system works in a small town. It ain't no secret. Most small town police, you know what I mean? They got nothing else to do, so they're going to fuck with people because they know the people. Or, you know what
I mean? I'm seeing way a whole lot more calls for vigilante type justice. People saying it's time to use the Second Amendment, what it was designed for. How long are we going to allow these fucking people to steal our fucking money and then go and touch fucking children and do the shit that they do to kids, and then they go, "Oh no, we're not releasing this shit. What are you talking about? What?" I mean, I think that if we're fucking responsible for paying fucking taxes, we should be we should get to see the fucking receipts of what they're spending this money on.
Right.
And they hide everything from you, and then you go around and you look at all the billions and billions and trillions of dollars worth of fraud. At what point do you start to say, you know what? I bet I wouldn't hardly have to pay any fucking taxes at all if they weren't fucking stealing all of our money like this. Shit, man, boy, I have to turn that shit off, man, because I get, boy,
Woosah.
Yeah. I mean, they just steal our money and steal it, and they're all getting fucking filthy rich. All them some bitches up there in Congress. And it's so funny because, man, I'd never been in fucking politics until, 10 fucking years ago. Never been in fucking politics before, and it's all his fault of why everything's all fucked up. It's bullshit. And he only served one, for 4 fucking years, and now he's only served for a year, and it's all Trump's fault. And it's full of shit. That's why I keep saying, and I've said so many times, everybody keeps wanting to blame Trump, but they're not looking at the real fucking problem, and that's Congress. It's fucking Congress. We need to go up there and show up in that motherfucker 1 million deep, 2 million deep, 3 million deep,
You
and
imagine
say we've had enough.
all the continental United States. So 48 states, 1 million people from each state just ran up on the state capitol and was like, no. You know how much effect that would have on this nation, regardless of what you're up there saying we need to stop this about? Whether it be taxes, whether it be, the people get to vote if you sons of bitches get a raise or not, or how much money you're, all that shit. That would change the course of this nation. 48 million people.
Well, I mean, it just, if you think about it, dude, it's, god dang, man. There ain't, I mean, there's some of them up there that are in Congress that are actually really good people, man. But the majority of them motherfuckers, they're all going up there, and a lot of them are, they'll maybe have a net worth of $100,000 or maybe $50,000 or whatever, and then in a year or two they're worth 4, 5, 6 million, 8 million, 20 million, and it's like, but by the way, we want y'all to keep paying your fucking taxes, and that's something else too. By the way, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the IRS, the fucking IRS, the employees of the IRS and the federal government owe, I think it was like $150 million in taxes, back taxes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know 48 million sounds like a lot, but in a country of 350, almost 400 million, 48 million is really not that much. And it really wouldn't even take that. Like Missouri itself, 200,000, 500,000. A lot of these smaller states that only have like 2 or 3 million people.
Right.
10,000
makes me want to.
Fucking difference.
Shit makes me want to change my name back to Patriot 3%er and let's fucking rock and roll. Because something needs to happen because I'm about to get too old for this shit. Something needs to happen quick if y'all want me to come along.
We'll get you an off-road electric powered wheelchair. You can mount a couple.
I mean, I can still get around pretty good at this moment. But
I think we're going to see it. We've already seen this week alone. We've already seen Atlanta's already had a couple shootings, a couple hundred fucking teenagers doing the takeover events. There's been a couple in California, obviously, random places. So there's already teenagers out shooting motherfuckers and taking over businesses and malls and shit right now. And it's not even summertime yet. We ain't seen shit.
Right-hand anarchy, hover around with a four-wheel drive. Right? Yeah, it'd have to be four-wheel drive, man.
I was just going to get like a Roomba and put a little cushion on it. And you could just sit crisscross applesauce.
I don't even like you.
What up, Anarchy?
Man, it's just so much bullshit going on, man. Them motherfuckers raised all that fucking hell about the Epstein files up there in Congress. And then it comes time for them to vote to release their sexual deviant fucking slush fund that the taxpayers fucking pay. That shit don't even come out of their own pocket. We pay the shit. And they're like, nope, we ain't releasing that.
We'll see. It's going to get real interesting. California, that shit's going to fucking burn. They're running out of oil completely. If you live in California, you're about to be fucked on gas prices. Newsom's gonna burn that shit to the ground before he fucking gets out of there.
Yeah, it looks like apparently the Republicans are. Yeah, the Republicans are leading. It looks like in California, and the Democrats have said they want they're hand picking fucking people and telling everybody else in the Democrat side they've got to drop out so that they can concentrate all their votes on one person.
That's kind of what they did to that loudmouth bitch in Texas, that fake Christian. What's his name? The dude that's running in Texas, the one that says Jesus was non-binary,
I don't know.
calls himself a Christian.
Is it the one that took Jasmine Crockett's spot?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
There's already
yeah,
dime a dozen.
yeah. I can't think of his name, but yeah, they're saying that's yeah. A lot of people are saying that's an evil motherfucker, man.
That dude is a full-blown fucking demon. He calls himself, he's a pastor. He is a Christian pastor that preaches that Jesus and God were non-binary. I mean, the dude is a straight fucking demon.
I think the fact that, you know, not to get into a bunch of religion and shit, but I think the fact that the Bible says that we were created in His image and He created a man first would seem to me that you know, I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you've seen that dude in Texas, listen to some of his little deals. It will make you want to break your fucking phone. It is the most fucking it's bad. These people that they're tripling down on their stupidity. There's no way it's not going to end in some kind of bloodshed from somewhere because they are tripling down on all the stupid shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, how much they're, you know, I mean, it's with the, and of course, you know, I don't hardly ever believe them fucking polls or anything, but it's crazy that you see all these polls and it's mostly, you know, 80-20 issues and they keep going on the 20% side.
Yeah,
You know, it's crazy.
Said our gas went up a little bit, but not enough to make me freak out. I'm
Yeah.
okay with what I said it the other day. I'm okay with gas going up 40, 50 cents, $1 for a little bit for all the damage we just caused in Iran. I'm okay with my tax dollars going toward that. I support the bombing of Iran. I think it's going to help us out and stabilize shit in the long run, in my opinion, to a certain extent.
Well,
Cut off
I
funding
don't.
terrorist nations, Syria, North Korea is getting some fucking Iran money. You got all them fucking all the every major terrorist group in the Middle East was funded by Iran. All that funding just ended. That's how I look at it.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens with it, but I just, for some reason, I have a feeling the gas won't be up long. You know, it's what I posted earlier on the group text, man, that, you know, one of these things is they see something like this and these fucking oil tycoons and shit, they look at it and they go, yeah, man, you know, we're going to have to raise the gas up, barrels of oil, man. It's got to go up because, I mean, there's going to be a shortage because of this war. And Strait of Hormuz is shut down for a minute. And so we just, and so then everybody panics. And it was like the toilet paper wars of 2020. Everybody runs out. Like I seen a dude, he bought something like 25-gallon fucking gas cans and went and filled them all up. And shit because he was afraid, and I seen multiple people talking about, man, I went and filled up everything I've got. And I'm like, yeah, y'all keep going and doing that. And, all you're doing is creating a gas shortage, just like they did with the toilet paper. And then when you can find the shit, it gives them a reason to raise the fucking prices on it so they can just gain a whole bunch more fucking money, make a whole bunch more money. And don't get me wrong. I mean, Ohio had said it the other day, and I'm the same way. My vehicle gets down to about a half a tank, I go and fill it back up. And it doesn't hurt as much. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost as much to put it back on full, man. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with going and filling your vehicle up or something. But there's a lot of people out there that see that shit and they go, well, fuck, I really ain't got the money. And then they'll go and run and put it on a credit card because they're worried about, gas is going to jump up to $25 a gallon. We're all going to die. We ain't going to be able to go to work. And you know what I mean? It just seems like it always goes that way. Yeah, the government is paying $40 million a week to the Taliban. They put a bill through the House to stop that, and it's sitting in Congress. And so, what do? I mean, it's sitting in the Senate. Sorry, just like the Save America Act, it's sitting there in the Senate because Mitch McConnell has been put in place to be the one to release the bills onto the floor or not.
I've been seeing a lot of memes about should Mitch McConnell be arrested for. There's been all kinds of things. So a lot of these MAGA folks are starting to scream Mitch McConnell's name.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell's he ain't nothing but a China fucking puppet. And there's a lot of them. We could go into the whole thing on Israel and all that, but that's unfortunately that'll get you banned on YouTube nowadays on social media just about. So I mean that's a whole nother fucking argument right there. But
that's one of those things. Mitch McConnell's already so fucking old. The dude's already fucking stroking out in the middle of fucking press conferences and shit.
Yeah, he can't even walk, man.
Yeah, they'd put him in a fucking nursing home and be like, you can't leave this property, and he wouldn't know the fucking difference.
So yeah. What's up, Sophia? How you doing? Yeah, that whole Mitch McConnell thing, that's another reason why we need fucking term limits, and there needs to, they just protect them. I mean, look what they did with what was the chick, the Democrat lady, was it Feinstein?
Feinstein, yeah.
That they were literally like she was bedridden and couldn't even fucking whatever, and they allowed her daughter to come in and sign for her.
Was that Feinstein?
Yeah. I think it was Feinstein.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they literally let her daughter come in or vote for her, Yeah. She's a yes. Mitch McConnell can't even fucking talk. He's all fucked up.
And you need to have age limit on politicians. I know a lot of people are still okay when they get to a certain age, but most people, once they hit a certain age, they should not be making big executive decisions. You shouldn't be 90 years old still in politics. You know, can we at least agree on that as a starting point? Or maybe 85. No politicians over the age of 85. Can we start there?
Man, if Gen X was in charge, people really wouldn't like it very well.
Couple
If
more
a bunch
years.
of us,
Two
if
more
a bunch
elections.
of us fucking normies. I've said many times, them motherfuckers would have done assassinated me. They wouldn't like me at all.
I would have been arrested because I would have been funding and organizing all kinds of hearing centers everywhere I possibly could.
Right?
I would be teaching the youths.
Well, they're killing the shit out of them every time they elect a new supreme leader over there in Iran. They elected that one the other day at 3:45, and by 5:55 in 2 hours he was dead.
I mean, as much as I hate to admit it, but you got to give the devil his due. It's Elon Musk is responsible for the regime change, or at least the attempt of the uprising for a regime change. If Elon wouldn't have dropped in all those goddamn internets for all those people, chances are it'd still be the same Iran. You know, there would be all the movement, all the communication.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Just think how many of the hundreds of thousands of Iranians got to hear President Trump sit there on the world stage and be like, "Stand up, people! We're gonna bomb the shit out of them, and then you go in there and fucking take your country back." If it wasn't for Elon Musk, you never would have heard any of that shit. And
Yeah, that's
unfortunately, that's
crazy.
probably going to go to his head. That's one of those things, because we know he's an egomaniac.
I think that was a job you would have to decline for now. You talking about the supreme leader?
Right.
Yeah, I would be like, yeah, they'd be like, backward. I'd be like, no, no.
Who was in charge before the Ayatollah took over in the 70s? Was it the Kurds? Were the Kurds responsible for the fancy fucking Iran?
Man, I don't know. I can't. I have no idea.
Well, see, I think this is what my assumption is, because for them to just randomly shoot like 7 other nations, even NATO nations and Islamic nations, like fucking, they tried to shoot some shit at the fucking Abu Dhabi, or not, what's the one? I'm having a brain fart. Dubai. One of those kind of things. I think it was that last ditch effort. They knew they were going to die, so they were like, fuck it, let's just attack everybody as hard as we can on the way out, kind of thing. Because it was what, less than an hour after each attack that every one of them people were dead, you know? So it's, I think Kim Jong has got that same kind of mentality in him, to where if he starts to get fucking, oh, I'm about to die, fuck it, launch everything, hit the button, send every fucking thing. I don't care where it goes, just shoot every fuck, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot more leaders in this world that are willing to do some stupid shit like that than people want to actually give them credit for. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put Putin past doing something like that, just so he can be remembered forever. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's crazy. There's so much, you know, there's so much shit going on, man. There's a lot of fake ass shit coming out of the Middle East too. You know, I've seen videos with fucking millions of views on them, and then you look and it's like, yep, it's fake. It's AI. You know.
That's why I can't watch the politics shit anymore, because it's either opinion or it's where'd you get your source? The same where, you know what I mean? It's I don't trust anything anymore.
I think it's cool.
I'm just waiting for the mushroom cloud at this point.
I think it's pretty cool. They hacked Iranian state TV over there and basically said whoever follows the Khamenei will be met with the same fate. And Trump said it today, and then they said it on that video and told them, said security forces and stuff like that. So you can lay your arms down and ask for amnesty, or you can die. That's the only two choices you got.
I think they're going to hunt down every single one of them sons of bitches.
Yeah, I just hope the Kurds, you know, I would rather see, you know, like the Kurdish and things like that. I would rather see, you know, Israeli, Kurdish, people like that. I'd rather see them go in and boots on the ground than American troops. But I have a feeling there's liable to be some American troops on the ground before it's all over with.
Probably.
So, you know, that's the one thing you gotta look at is,
Well, that's one
you know,
thing Trump can have a W his face. Look, I did what you and your daddy couldn't do. Ha.
oh, and by the way, there was a 9-0 ruling with the Supreme Court. I think it was today or yesterday. Anyway, so all these judges and all these people going around saying Trump's deporting people illegally because there wasn't a warrant, you know. That the Supreme Court said, yeah, no, that's not happening. Said the federal courts, you know, is the one in charge of the deportation, the federal immigration courts, and once that deportation order is out, that's the warrant. That's it. That's there is no more shit you can do. You know, and so
I don't believe the Iranian strike was a little hat conspiracy. I think it needed to be done. It just timed out that a couple other nations, you know what I mean, decided to team up with us. That's how I see it. I don't see it as, oh, you know, little hat people puppet. I don't think that's what it was.
I don't either. I think, I mean, I trust Trump enough to think that he is he said, you know, he basically said it was my idea. He said I actually pushed them to go. He said, because I said we're going in. We're doing this shit.
So they had to hurry up and catch up to be ready. And Trump's been talking about that. Back in 2016, he was talking about that something needed to be done over there. I don't think everything is a little hat conspiracy.
Right.
Are they too involved in America? Yes, but they're not the biggest threat to America.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely got a lot of pull, and oh Jesus,
Fucking rookie.
I can't.
It's, if you're looking at the threat that they do cause, it's all voluntary. Again, the people could stand up and use their voices and say, no, we don't want this, and actually cause change. But they choose the luxury. You know what I mean? So the things that they do to Americans, more than not, it's self-inflicted. You get places that come in like India, Somalia, that kind of place. That's physical harm to the people. Those are far more dangerous nations. You know what I mean? I'm more worried about them than I am the little hat people. Don't participate in the system, and then you don't have to worry about the system being corrupt. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it.
I don't know.
If you're not, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I think Trump was wanting this. I'm not sold that it was that we were plugged into it by the little hat people. I mean, they did. I mean, they literally put out a bounty on Trump. They literally said and from what I understand, they tried to kill him twice. They said
yeah,
there's some kind of
his first term was when they put the bounty on him, wasn't it?
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I know
He
if I
wanted
was
to bomb
president
them. He did bomb them in his first term. Whenever he bombed the shit out of Syria, he dropped a couple over there across the line too. So it's not new. It's just the level of escalation. That's the only thing that's different. Because he's already bombed.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee you, BB's been frothing at the mouth for it. I know that. That's no doubt about it. But as easy as we could say the little hat people were the cause of this, we could also say that they've been wanting to do this for a long time, and they basically hadn't been allowed to. They did the what was it, the little 12-day war or whatever.
Yeah.
There for a little bit, and they lobbed missiles at each other for a little bit. But yeah, they
intervention stopping them from doing shit.
Yeah. Trump went in and made all them deals with Qatar and all them other people over there, Saudi and all that shit. Went and made all them deals with them, and that's how come we're able to do what we're doing without them turning on us, because they're all in alignment with it. They were at first like, y'all do what y'all do, get rid of them. We're just going to kind of hang out here. And then Iran started attacking all of them, and they're all like, all right, keep fucking around. And
you get what you get, motherfucker.
yeah. There's, obviously I think there's a whole lot more to it. And
regardless, it's a good thing for the entire planet. Number one state-funded terrorist nation on the planet. Everybody wanted it gone. You know what I mean? So it had to happen.
did you see old Nick Fuentes fucking crashed out and shit?
I think he crashes out on every stream though, don't he?
No, he crashed out and said that's it. He's voting for the Democrats in the midterms, and Republicans has lost their base and MAGA's dead. And everybody's calling him out and shit and saying, that Sean Farish or however you say his name, he's the one that impersonates Trump like really, really well. And
see the context of the video though, because he says a lot of shit just to get fucking clickbait shit.
Yeah, they said it's going to be another 20 or 30-year conflict. I don't think so. I bet it's going to be over soon.
It'll be over before World War III starts, or shortly after.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no. I mean, well, let's just say it like this: unless you eliminate every single one of them motherfuckers, which you're not going to, there's always going to be conflict. They're always going to try to, gain back power and all that. I think they're always going to, do shit like that.
Zealotry will always plant a seed somewhere.
But I mean, yeah, it's. I just don't see it being that long. Trump's not interested in a long war. He's not interested, Matt. He wants to go in and put the shit down and move on. And it could be. Maybe it's 100-year war, man. Maybe they all shoot nukes off and we all die tomorrow. I don't know.
All I know is we still got 20-some million illegals in this country, and I'm more concerned about getting them out.
Yep.
As long as that's still happening.
Yeah, and Trump's pretty much won all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much won all this stuff with deporting.
Anarchy, I think someday you're going to give yourself an aneurysm or a heart attack, stressing out over ridiculous things.
Yeah, I just there's just something inside of me that says that there's no way that BB is in charge over Trump.
No.
Trump's just not that kind of guy, man. I don't believe that at all.
I would believe that Trump was nefarious himself before I would believe that he was controlled by another foreign leader.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
All right, y'all. We're at an hour. I'm ready to take my old ass to bed. I did too much stuff today. You, sir, need to go outside and do something. Dig a hole. You know what I mean? Pet a duck. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Trump gave him the "I'm in charge" handshake. And then there was one too where it may have been in his first term. I think it was towards the end of his first term, but BB was standing there and tried to shake Trump's hand, and he fucking turned his back on him and fucking kind of looked back at him and walked off from him and shit. And BB's just standing there kind of like, you know, I don't think BB is in charge over Trump. I don't. That'd be real hard to fucking believe.
That is one thing that unites the zealots on the left and the zealots on the right is that you guys both have a problem with the little hat people, and that is the main focus of a lot of people. I'm just saying.
Yep.
When the zealots on both sides are zealots about the same topic, I'm back up a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think when we get done with this, that I think that they're really trying to. Trump's going to end this one pretty decently quick. And then when we're done with this, Cuba's next.
I hope that. I want full blown invasion of Cuba. Make it America. Just full blown. Completely caught that bitch.
That'll be the next. That'll be next. Marco Rubio's next job. He'll be the president of Cuba.
Governor. He'd have to be the governor. Or
Well,
what's
governor.
the representation? How's Puerto Rico work?
Yeah.
How do they-
It'd be
how do they
governor.
do their-
Would it be? No. Yeah, Cuba. Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't get into it that deep.
All right, y'all. Good day.
Peace out, y'all.